Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Beer Talks. He's Mark. I'm Jake. I'm Jake. He's Mark. And today is a little twofer episode. We're trying a brewery, but we're also trying some beer in honor of St. Patrick's Day.
Yes.
So, let's start with the brewery.
Yeah. So we're talking about Ghost Tree Brewing Company. They are a brewery in downtown Amherst, one of two. They are in an old bar. This is probably like 3 or 4 years ago. They revamped it.
Okay.
I think it was actually, now I'm thinking about it, was COVID. The bar shut down because of COVID.
That bitch COVID did a lot.
Yeah, ended up shutting the bar down. So Ghost Tree came in, bought the space, revamped it. It looks completely different. They had a kitchen in there for a while, smash kitchen, pizza.
They actually just opened up in Ridgeville.
Yeah, and so that was that. Once they moved out of there, Ghost Tree started their own kitchen. Still making pizzas is pretty good. We went there yesterday for Pi Day, which they didn't advertise. It was like
it's Pi Day,
March 14th. They were like,
3.14.
There was nothing about it. No pizza specials. It was I was a little upset, but they got their normal specials anyway.
He was just a little bit upset.
We got the Pickle Rick pizza, which was delicious.
Nice.
It's a garlic-based pizza with pickles, bacon, and ranch.
That sounds divine.
People are like, pickles is like the new pineapple. Like people are.
I've started to peep that as of late. Like people are like on a real heavy pickle kick. Are you fucking kidding me?
Yes. All right. So
that falls. Just
I know.
Kerplunk.
So we're gonna look at the Headed Stranger. It is an IPA. I gotta look at the percentage. I think it's 5.8%. Okay. I have not had it, so this is my first time trying it. They just brewed this for St. Patrick's Day, so they're ready to knock this out for St. Patty's Day.
St. Patrick's Day, man. I've gone out. I went out once for St. Patrick's Day. Oh God, I got a story. God, I was about to say that's a lot, but then I realized what type of glass that was.
Yeah, so this is a Pilsner glass. They actually have lines. I think we talked about this last time. They have lines for their 16-ounce pour. I think this is like an 8-ounce pour. Plus, it gives you really good foam. Nice creamy foam. So, so St. Patrick's Day.
Foam in it. You correct me when I.
St. Patrick's Day.
Head.
It's both. Whatever. When you think of St. Patrick's Day's beers, I'm thinking of. I go to two things. I go to a stout and I go to a red ale. Irish breweries are known for their stouts.
Okay.
Right.
When I hear you say you go for a stout, one of the first things on St. Patrick's Day, I was generally confused because you're not really a stout guy, so I was just perplexed.
On St. Patty's Day, we're all Irish, so
okay.
I'm going for an Irish stout.
Gotcha.
I cannot stand Guinness, so I look for alternatives that are not Guinness. So there's other Irish stouts there. I'll drink that. And then an Irish red ale. So everybody knows Killian's is like the mainstay Irish red ale that everybody sees.
That was like one of the first beers I actually drank.
Really? Yeah, my mom drank it growing up, and I'm like, I don't even get that. It's weird.
Yeah.
So this is an Irish red ale IPA. The style is new to me. I've never had a red IPA.
You're the beer guy. I'm just here for a good time.
Yeah, so I'm imagining it's going to be.
I like the color.
Some rye in there, and some bitterness.
Ooh, yeah, I can already smell it.
I can smell the IPA. I don't really smell that.
Yeah, I smell the IPA.
I'm sure the rye will come in when I taste it, but
I smell the IPA. That's why I was like, ugh.
All right, you ready to cheers?
I'm ready to try it though.
All right, cheers.
I get the IPA.
Yep, a little bit. Not like,
but it's not over IPA. It's not overly bitter to me.
Right, I think. So that bitterness may come from certain hops, right?
Right.
The IPA, you're going to throw in a crap ton of hops. Whether you're throwing it in at the beginning of your boil versus the end of your boil, the beginning is going to be all of your bitterness, and then towards the end is your aroma, your flavor. So I'm thinking maybe they were like, we've got the red ale. We'll use a little bit of bitterness hops, but I mean, I'm not really getting a lot of hops at all. No. Like, in my mind, I'm not. Like, that bitterness may be coming from the red ale, but I don't think this is an IPA.
It doesn't taste like a conventional IPA.
Right. Like, yeah, I'm not going like everybody thinks of the New England IPA. That's super, super bitter, super forthcoming, or they think of the West Coast hazy IPA where it's super tropical. Um, I'm not getting that at all. I mean, I like it.
Okay, so as everybody knows, I'm not the IPA guy. I do not like IPAs. I think they taste
That second,
You get a little bit more,
yeah, a little more of it.
but this is actually like for me personally, just a good drinkable.
I'm still here. It's my door just closed. I'm making sure my cat didn't scatter out here. No, it's a fucking squirrel.
Damn squirrels. But yes, so this IPA is not bad. It's enjoyable. Like I can see myself having a couple of these instead of just one.
Yeah, so
It's
this is
not overpowering on me.
it's not bad, and I mean, in my mind that um, it's in that range. That's that 5.8 range where like I can slam about 4.5% beers. 6% beers, I might be going at 5 or 6, which is a good time. So this is in that range. It's not like those. I've had a I had a quadruple hopped IPA that was 13.5%. I had one, and I was like, all right, I'm buzzed.
Good. I'm
I'm
content.
feeling it a lot. I'm making a home. I'm done. That's it. One pint and I'm good. And it was a 4-pack.
Wow. Oh wow.
So it was like 4 nights of just one IPA, and I'm like,
I'm cool.
sounds good to me.
Yeah. Oh wow.
But while we're finishing this beer, what is your St. Patty's Day story?
I got a couple. Well, I got a couple, but like I've only gone out for St. Patrick's Day once.
Okay.
So I got several stories over this day. So I can start at the beginning. So this day was probably about. I've been with Shansa for 9 years, so about 10 or 11 years ago.
Okay.
So, before she was my girlfriend, I just had a crush on her, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this coworker talked about going out for St. Patrick's Day, and it was rumored that she was supposed to come too, but she canceled on us last minute because she knew I had a crush on her, and she was like, "No, I know he's going to try to kiss me or something, so I'm not going to go." So that's how my morning started. Like I'm like,
Okay.
"Oh, this is about to be fun," and then she's like, "Oh, I'm canceling." I'm like, "Oh."
That's rough. That's tough.
Yes, but the day gets better, so I will continue the story after we try more beers. What about you? Do you got?
Yeah. I went to BGSU.
Okay.
Bowling Green is a huge drinking school. Tons of bars. I actually went down to Athens a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
Like 2 bars downtown, and one of them's Jackie O's Brewery.
Okay. Yeah.
And the other one is like a bar. It's it. It's just one
Just a
bar,
bar.
not like upper level. Lower
Really?
level. It's one fucking bar. So OU must party hard in the houses and on the streets, but they don't fucking party in the bars, man.
Okay.
Bowling
Wow.
Green, they've got like 30 bars in a 1-block radius.
Oh shit.
So it's big in the bar scene. Mark Nazario, which we went to school with, his older brother, Big Mike. Shout out to Big Mike.
Shout out Big Mike.
He was a partier, and he brought me along for St. Patty's Day. My first St. Patty's Day was on a Saturday.
Oh god.
Right. So like
that's all you had to say.
the night started with those orange like plastic fences, the roll fences that people use for construction. This entire block, like a block away from the bars, they put that fence up in front of everybody's front yards. So like the cops were patrolling, right? They had patrol guys just walking around,
Right.
ready for anybody to take a step off of the yard, because then they get you for public intoxication. They get you for open container if you had an empty case. So you were going from house party to house party with your beer, just walking in the yards. You couldn't leave the yard because they had that fence up.
You didn't want to be on the sidewalk. Okay.
It was a pretty sweet night. That's the beginning of the night. That was at and by night I mean like noon, like 10. God. I've definitely gone for kegs and eggs at like 5 a.m. too, though.
Never done that.
So, yeah. Flavor wise, I'm not really getting a lot of bitterness, which is, I mean, people don't it seems like the general masses either like that bitterness or they don't. Like
I do not like the bitter.
It's a decisive thing. I'm on the side of bitterness, but I can appreciate the non-bitter beers.
That's fair.
I think I'm going to give this a solid 3.75 out of 5. Not because like I like to give lower ratings. I'm not really. I think I've given one beer a 4 or 5 ever. This is a good beer. I think 3.75 is a respectable number. But I mean, there's nothing overly special for me. 5.8%. I'd be drinking quite a few of these if I happen to be at Ghost Tree on Friday for St. Patty's Day. What about you?
Well, slap me in my ass and call me Mark, because I also do think this is a 3.75. It's a pretty good beer. I like it.
I don't think
enjoy it.
anybody's slapping you on your ass, buddy. I don't think Shanta's doing it.
You got to find it first.
So if you don't know, my gym is a garage, or is in the garage too. So we'll be stepping over 5 feet over here and doing some squats later.
Yeah, no. But yeah, it's good beer. I liked it. Granted, for it being an IPA, and I'm not an IPA guy, that was actually a very enjoyable beer. So.
Yeah, good. All right, so the next beer from Ghost Tree. I guess we haven't even talked about it. These are crowlers. So you've got the big growler, 64 ounces. You're usually finding these for filling for like, I'm guessing like $20, $25.
Yeah, that's all fair.
That's what I expect to fill these up for.
Sometimes you'll get a deal for places going on. They'll do like a $10
right.
fill
So
up
you're doing this for 4 pints. Think about that, 4 pints. You've got the howler, which is the half growler, and that's 32 ounces. So you're finding those for like 10, 12, $15, depending on the beer you're using.
And it's good quality beer too.
So these are glass reusable. You can wash them out. Breweries don't care if you take. Like I went to another brewery with Hot Brothers.
Oh yeah,
growler. They don't
care.
I mean, it's a growler. They're going to fill it up because they're saving money on not bottling or canning things like that. These are one-use growlers, so they're C is for cans, growler for the reuse of it. These aren't reusable, but they are 32 ounces, so they're same size as the howlers. So you're getting 2 pints. Ghost Tree has a special on Tuesdays that you can get 2 of these for $20. So
2 for 20.
We are not sponsored by any breweries. We're not. We're just buying these beers.
But it's possible.
For the fun of it. Yeah. So if you're a local brewery and you want to sponsor a show, we'll still rate your beers like normal beers. But
you don't get no special privileges.
Yeah. So this is their Milk Stout.
See, like I like growlers that are like different. Like this is different. I like this. This is not a conventional one.
Right. So that's a part of their growler club. They still sell. So this is from ESP. They still sell the normal.
Okay.
The generic. This is actually a basketball one. They sell the normal ones, but I like everybody hates that. It's a crowler. It's 32 ounces. Yeah.
I like it.
But everybody hates filling it because it's so thin.
Yeah.
You can't really fill it really well. But then this is the marathon. So there's a marathon out in Sydney, Ohio, that they have 6 beers on draft. So you can go and get growler fills and howler fills and things like that. So every time we go down, we take our growlers and fill up on beers and take them home. It's pretty sweet. Like you can. Marathons are all individually owned, so they're not like they pay for the
I did not know this.
Yeah, so it's not like Speedway, where Speedway is owned by Marathon, and they're all run by the company. Marathons are franchised companies, so a family can own a marathon. Like, it's pretty sweet.
That is pretty dope.
So this family runs this, and it's pretty cool. So this is their Milk Stout that we're trying next. Let me look, because they didn't put the ABV on the can. They normally do. It's 6.8%. You got a good
head out of it. It's my favorite color, dark.
Yeah, so this is a dark beer. 2 of these are reds, 2 of these are darkers. 6.8% ABV. So this is in my range. I think that's the good range for the stouts. I mean, you can get them, but like in my mind, anything above 6, right? Like I think 6 is like the generic. We're gonna try one later that's under 6, so I'm curious to compare the two. But yeah, this is just a generic milk stout. There's nothing like there's no oatmeal, there's no chocolate, there's no coffee. Like no, this is what I want. This is what I enjoy.
So just a conventional, just regular milk stout.
Cheers.
I've never had a conventional milk stout.
I guess it's not just a stout. There's milk in there, but that's just using lactose to throw in the beer and make it more creamy and sweet.
That's basically what it is. Is a creamy, dark, good beer.
Yeah, so that's got the darkness to it. It's got like a dark bitter. It's not a lot of like coffee flavor, like coffee, like kind of like The coffee bitterness is different than just a regular bitterness. It's creamy. It's smooth. I think you get that from anything using lactose. So you'll get that from your milkshake IPAs, your milk stouts. I would love to have seen this done on nitro. I think nitro adds an added level of creaminess.
Bro, nitro beer is fucking phenomenal.
Yeah, and somehow Guinness still fucks it up. Sorry,
Shots fired. Shots
Guinness
fired.
Guinness is a nitro beer, and they still don't taste good. So
Shots fired.
I guess I need to try I need to go like to Ireland and try Ireland Guinness, and maybe it's better. Maybe that's the reason it's not in the shipping process. It just
in America.
Doesn't do well.
So to continue on from my story.
Yeah, so let's hear more of the story.
So me and my coworker Al, we get on the RTA.
Okay.
Downtown Cleveland. Around this RTA, we run into this group of females. They look around my age at the time, so I'm like, at that time, I'm like 23, about 22, 23.
Okay.
And this girl's like, oh, I like your beads. And it just lit up. She's like, oh, can I have them? I was like, for a kiss, because I'm Irish. Because St. Patrick, get it? Or whatever.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. Your exploitation of women for kisses. All right, cool.
It was terrible.
I'm sure they were drunk.
No. We were all sober. Fuck you, asshole. But yes, I gave away the beads for a kiss, and the day just kept going.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
It's going to get better.
It's a cool lead up.
It's going to get
all
better.
All right.
So you got drunk as fuck. You're first.
So my going back to my St. Patty's Day story. I was underage, which I looking back, I probably shouldn't have been doing this, but I acquired a handle of Kamchatka vodka.
Oh hell!
So it's like the cheapest. It's like $10, 40% alcohol, and I got the good Kamchatka because you could find Kamchatka and it's like 20%. It's really shitty.
Oh, you got the 40.
I got the 40%, which was still shitty.
Just less shitty.
But I decided I was going to mix it because like I'm going to be going all day. Like this is like teenager mind, like 18-year-old Mark thinking, what can I do to keep myself awake and going?
And get fucked up.
So I mixed it with a 2-liter of Coke. Because I could buy a 2-liter of Coke on my meal plan. So I was saving money that way. I met up with my buddy Mark around, like 11 or 12.
Okay.
He was already like going strong. So I had this 2-liter, because guys were like walking around with cases. I'm like, I don't really want to do that. I'm going to walk around with this 2-liter of Coke. And I drank took like 12 ounces out of it while I was making my mixed drinks at their apartment. They were pre-gaming. When enough of it was gone, I just dumped in vodka. Did not measure anything out. Just kind of went by ear, like mixed it all around, tasted it. It tasted like a vodka Coke, which I probably have never had since I was 18.
Yeah, dreams. He said, you know what? I can't do this no more.
By the end of the night, we'll stop it there. I mean, like at 8 p.m., I had finished the 2-liter of Coke. Yeah, I finished the whole 2-liter. I didn't finish the whole handle. It's probably like half the handle, but like it was a lot of vodka. It was a lot.
I got a story about vodka real quick. I was at a house party.
Mm-hmm.
I had just turned 21. The summer of my 21st birthday. I was a functioning alcoholic. I can say that. So we go to this party.
Yeah.
You know, popular person that I know, a couple friends I knew that were going. I'm like, I need something to drink. Didn't want to go to the store, but my mom had this Smirnoff vanilla vodka. They was probably like half left.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm like, you know what? I can make this shake with something. I go to Dollar General. Shout out Dollar General. Got 2 1-liter Sunny D's.
Okay, I can see that.
So I'm like, well, let's split these bitches up. You get some vodka, you get some vodka. I got 2 of them. Shaking, we ready. Like Tiffany Haddish. We ready. So, first one goes down, no problem. Within the first hour and a half. At the second one. Stepping a little bit. I walk this woman to her car. We make out. Come to find out she was married.
Oh, okay. All right.
I walk back to the party. The last thing I remember, passed out. Passed out in the front yard. Passed out.
Nice.
Woke up. I was in a stranger's car across the street from where this party was, in the neighbor's car. I hand on the Bible. I woke up. I'm like, where am I?
You just crawl into this dude's back seat and pass
Front
out.
seat. It was an old car, so like they had like the
Oh
old
my
bench seat.
god!
Bro, I wake up. I'm like, where am I? And I notice I'm in a car, and I'm like, okay. And I'm thinking it's the person that came with the car. Like I'm not thinking.
Right.
15 minutes later, I'm like, fuck, this is not my friend's car. Fuck, where my friend's car at? I'm tripping. I'm calling everybody on my phone.
Yeah.
My phone's on 5%. I'm
Oh my
I'm
god.
calling, bro. I'll continue the story after we.
Yeah. So back to the beer. I like it. I think this is the beer I had when I picked up the beers. I like the Milk Stout. I think it's delicious. I think I rated it on Untapped. I'm not sure. If you're on Untapped, friend me. We can share beer stories and share the beers we like to drink. I'll toast you all the time, which is like Untapped's version of liking. You just toast it. I think it's pretty sweet.
Did you just toast me, bud?
It's exactly what it is. It's exactly what happens. I'll like go through and like toast all my friends and look through the night. Oh, so anyway, I think I rated this beer I say like a 4.25. As far as milk stouts go, like this is like my first milk stout was left-handed milk stout, and I think that was probably a good 4.25. So I think I'm gonna go back. This reminds me of that.
So, from somebody that drinks a lot of stout beers but never legit had just a regular milk stout,
Yeah.
solid for it. It's a very good beer.
Yeah.
Nice and creamy. You're right. It doesn't have the coffee notes or the oat, you know what I mean, like other stouts do. But it's a very good beer. Very good beer. And to finish up that story real quick, the final person that answered the phone was my nephew's girlfriend at the time. I said, "Look, I was at your sister's party last night. I need a ride home." I walk home. I get in the back door. My mom looks at me. I have throw up on my pants. Throw up
Oh
on
my god,
shirt.
you were fucked
She
up.
looked at me. I said, "Let me take a shower." That's all I said. So I said, "Let me take a shower."
Before I get it, let me just.
No, I was over 20 shit. What she gonna say to me?
Yeah. Well, you were still in her house, right?
She didn't give a fuck.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
So she's like, "What happened last night?" I was like, "I overdid it." I just straight up.
Yeah.
And then there was a grad party that day I was invited to somebody's house that was on the lake. So they had like beers like galore. And I saw a group of people that was at the party the night before.
Yeah.
Were at this party and they see me walking. They're like, "I am surprised you are alive. You want a beer?" I said, "Yeah,
dog.
pretty much."
Hair of the dog. All right. So now we're done with our Ghost Tree beers.
They were pretty good.
They're
very,
good.
very solid brewer.
If you have the chance, check them out. They have daily specials. They're very active on their Instagram. So if you go on their Instagram, they'll post their daily specials. Their website's okay. I'm not really sure their hours. I think they open at like 4:00. But when I got in there at like 4:05, there was already a solid group of people there. Maybe that was like the special hours, but they've got their hours posted somewhere. We're moving into more. So those are their beers for St. Patrick's Day, and they do have a St. Patrick's Day special. I'm sure on the specifics, but like every local brewery in Lorraine area has got St. Patrick's Day special. So
Yes, they do.
ESP's got one. Bascula's got one. Ghost Tree's got one. Check out your local breweries. I absolutely encourage you to drink local for St. Patrick's Day.
And get a DD. Don't drive stupid.
Yeah. Don't be a drunk driver. So the next beer we're going into is Great Lakes. It's Conways Irish Ale. This beer is everywhere. I mean, like Great Lakes does well with like pushing their beers.
Oh yeah, they do a phenomenal job
Everywhere in the area. You can probably find this outside of Ohio.
Oh yeah, for sure. I've seen it a lot. Never had it. I was wanting to try it, so I'm glad you got it for us.
You can find this at the bowling alley. You go to Redmond's, Conway's Irish Ale. 5%, right? I wrote it down somewhere. It should be a 6.3%. So it should be on the bottle. So 6.3% Irish red ale. That's about half.
What were you gonna?
Well, no, go ahead.
I was just gonna build on to my St. Patrick's Day story. So after the RTA,
Yeah,
me and my friend just go round bars, drinking, and then I slowly start realizing like we're about to start slowing down. It's like
right.
we get to about 1, 2 o'clock. I notice he's starting to slow down. I notice I'm already there.
Yeah.
We get a ride back to his friend's house, where we started the morning at.
Right.
I'm like, fuck, I gotta get home. My car is here. I can't
Yeah.
drive.
Yeah.
Call my mom up. Well, no. No, here's the funny part. Called up John. John, go to my house. My mom already's coming to get me, but I need you to drive my car back to my house because I can't drive. Are you fucking kidding me? Please. I said please, too.
John is one of our normal viewers.
Yeah.
I need you to corroborate this story down in the comments.
Yes,
Let
please.
me know if this is true or not.
So then he rides with my mom to come get me in Elyria.
Uh-huh.
So we end up getting back to my house, or she takes my car and he comes with his car. One of the two.
Yeah.
We go hang out at a good friend's house afterwards for a little bit. Oh my God. I didn't drink. I'm just chilling, getting sober.
Yeah.
And like he gave me a ride home after that. I'm like, bro, you were such a lifesaver today. He's like, I got your back, man. Yeah. So that was a great ever St. Patrick's Day. I had all the highs. I'm like,
you had everything.
Great.
Right.
This looks good.
Yeah.
This looks very good.
So it already looks darker than the other red we had, the red IPA.
I thought the other red was dark. I guess you are right.
Okay. We may have to compare. It does smell more like an Irish ale.
Yeah.
But I'm ready to try it if you are.
No bitterness.
No, it's got more of a.
That's smooth.
Yeah, it is smooth. More of like a copper taste.
Yeah.
Like a metallic taste, but not like in a bad way.
Yeah. It's good though. Yeah, it's very smooth.
Like you wouldn't suspect this to be a 6% beer.
No, not at all.
I mean, again, we're talking St. Patrick's Day beers to drink.
Yeah, you want to keep it. You want to keep the ABV low. Like you don't want to go over really a 7.
Right. Oh no. I'm thinking 6% is your max. This is 6.3. You're about there.
Yeah. I would not go to a 7 though.
No. So, fun fact about St. Patrick's Day and all these breweries and all these green beer you're drinking, it's Natty Light. I'm telling you, it's either Natty Light or Bud Light. I mean, every place you go to that's got these kegs going out, and they're like green beer special. There's a reason why it's $2. It's natural light. You're drinking piss water. Don't drink Natty Light. Don't drink Bud Light at these bars on St. Patrick's Day. I'm a Bud Light drinker if I'm like bowling and I'm like, I want to have one or two and then go home and drive home. I'm going to have a Bud Light because it's going to, over 3 hours, I'm fine.
Right.
But don't drink piss water when you're going out to get hammered. I hate it.
I'm going to put trigger warning at that.
I've had 1 or 2 years where I was like, this is Natty Light. And I'm like, I don't want to, and it was a pitcher of green beer. I'm like, I don't want this anymore. And I won't be ashamed to just like hand back the pitcher.
Oh God!
So for all of those people that are like, oh man, we're wasting alcohol. There are alcohols worth wasting. I'm in the opinion that Hennessy is worth wasting. It ain't good.
Oh God!
It ain't good.
Actually, I don't have a problem.
I don't want to dive into that story, but
I don't have a problem with it. It was just that scenario.
Oh yeah, for sure.
No, bro. That shit was up there.
Yeah.
Nope,
so back to my St. Patrick's Day story. It's like 10 o'clock. Finish. Okay. It's probably like 7 or 8 o'clock. Finish this 2 liter. And I'm like, we're still going strong. And Mark goes, "Hey man, here you go," and he hands me a Gatorade bottle, a blue Gatorade, and it's like, he had a couple sips out of it. He's like, "You're good, man. You drink some." I'm like, "All right,
cool." It was mixed with some shit, wasn't it?
Well, I open it up and I drink it, and it's straight UV blue vodka. So UV blue was like big in the early 2000s, and they had colored vodkas. They had blue vodka, they had the green vodka, they had red vodka.
He set you up,
and motherfucker. I think he was like, he maybe had told me like, "Hey man, this is vodka," but I was like,
you were so faded at that
fuck, and I drank like a gulp of this shit. And I'm like, God damn it, I'm gonna be even more fucked up.
That is funny.
We end up going to the bars, and the bars don't shut down till 3 a.m.
Yeah.
So I mean, they do last call 2:30. They're done at 3. We're in like the 18-year-old club because like again we're 18 at the time, This is an old like BG had a club where it was an old movie theater, and they turned it into a club. So they took all of the seating out, and that's all a dance floor.
All sloped.
No, it's. I mean, they made it flat.
Obviously.
The stage they had the like Kiss FM Toledo station show up with their equipment. So there's a live DJ that's also playing on the radio at the time.
Oh shit.
Girls would like go on the top of the dance floor and dance by themselves. They want to, dance with creepy men. But there's like, we were there for like 3 or 4 hours. Man, we bar hopped. I didn't get home till like 2:30. I think I ordered some delivery place that was open till 4.
Were you up when it got delivered?
Oh yeah. So I mean,
That's impressive.
that wasn't like my hardest like drinking day, but I remember like that night being like a crazy like, holy shit, I'm in college. That's a Saturday. I need to like pace myself.
Yeah, I've had some days like that too, where it's like
it was a wild night.
Like before kids and stuff like that. Like if me and Shanta like had a weekend like where her daughter was off, like we would go out and stuff.
Right.
Man, I gotta pace myself if we're going out all day. Like,
yeah, my roommates the one year, it was my last year, it was my 5th year. They were like, "Hey man, this is your last like, because you graduate in May, you're
old.
You're done in. I mean, St. Patty's Day is mid-March. You have like 6 weeks left to school. You're like, all right, the last hurrah. I think we went out for kegs and eggs at 5 a.m. We did not stop drinking until 2 a.m. So I mean, it was like
proud of you.
It was like 19 hours of straight drinking. I don't think I'll never do that again. Never. I mean, there's no. It's probably actually 21 hours. It's 21 hours of straight drinking.
Turn out for your bachelor party.
I probably won't even do that for my bachelor party. No, I won't. I won't get that.
Please don't.
There's no way.
Please don't.
Because
I'll hold your hair back if I.
Yeah.
You need me to.
This is a good beer. I really enjoy Conways. I've had it before.
First time.
Yeah. Solid 4. Good beer.
See, like, I don't like agreeing with him, but I agree. This is a solid 4. Like, this is a very good beer. Very good beer. Look at you go, Mark.
I know good beer. So, I guess we really don't have to do averages, right? Like, if you're just picking my numbers, it's fine.
Pretty much. I don't mean to pick your numbers, but it's just happening today.
All right, so this is actually another beer that Jacob loves. Southern Tier is based out of Pennsylvania.
No,
right?
They're based out of Lakewood, New York.
New York. All right, so Lakewood, New York. But they're all over the place. I think they have a
tap room in Pennsylvania, and a tap room in Ohio,
right?
And a tap room in Buffalo, and a tap room I want to say in one of the Carolinas.
All right, suck their dick a little more. So when I was in Florida this weekend, our cousins, instead of saying pause, like when something's a little too sexual, a little too
suspect,
yeah, they go, "Hey yo,
chill."
So when you go, it'd be like, "Hey yo," it's catching on. I think Brian's gonna watch and he's probably gonna laugh at that. But so Southern Tier Brewing Company. This is an Irish cream stout. Again, it's a stout. It's Irish beer. They got a little clover on there. It's 5.8% ABV.
Just across the board, this is a really low ABV episode for us.
Right, so we're not
we
going.
Actually seem durable today.
Right, yeah. This is. I wasn't going high volume because like I was thinking these are beers that you want to drink St. Patty's Day,
on a St. Patrick's
and a lot of
Day.
people drink to excess. But drink responsibly when you're drinking these beers. I've never had an Irish cream stout. I imagine Guinness is an Irish cream stout.
No,
but
I've never had a regular Guinness.
I would call it an Irish stout, but it's not like an Irish cream stout.
Okay, that's
so. Like, I'm excited for this. As far as Guinness goes, you don't need. I mean, I guess you should probably have like a true Guinness poured on draft, but like, I'm not the biggest fan of it. People are like Guinness. Like I got a guy who only he's like I want a Guinness. I want a Guinness every time, and I'm like that's not the standard. Like sure, like it's a decent.
That's not the standard.
It's like the Bud Light of craft beer. Like or the Bud Light of dark craft beer. Like in my mind, it's like not like a. It's like a guy saying, "Oh, I like craft beer," and then he goes and pulls out a Sam Adams. Like you're liking huge.
Can we say a quick moment of silence for a platform closing in Cleveland?
Yeah, I got
I
a lot to
was-
say about that.
I was
That's
sad. I
so.
was sad.
For our viewers that don't know, Platform Brewing Company.
They were bought by Anheuser-Busch.
Yeah,
correct?
so they were bought by Big Beer, and I hate Big Beer.
Yes, we are not a fan of big beer.
I'm huge into Independent Craft Brewers Association, which I think all of these breweries are. Maybe not Great Lakes. I don't know if they're too big.
They're probably like the gray area.
I think they're in the top 25 breweries sales in the country. So I don't think they can be independent craft brewers. But the owner of Platform sold out to Anheuser-Busch. They bought them out. They had 4 tap rooms open. They had one specifically for sours, which was huge.
Really?
It was called Funkin' Ship.
Okay.
They had a bocce league. We were a part of it, Emily and I. Well, mostly Emily. I just went and watched and drank the beers.
Okay.
But they also had one in Columbus, and then Anheuser-Busch suddenly shut their doors. Said you're done. So people showed up to work and they would turn around, so they didn't have a job. It was really shitty for Big Beer to do that, but they look at it as they're losing money in the tap room.
They got to look at their funds.
They're this giant production company that they can produce beers. So what they're doing is they're producing 3 platform beers, and one of them is their hazy haze Jude IPA.
Yeah.
So 2 other beers, they're going to produce them in their facilities because they can just shut down Platform's facilities, and that's what they did. So it's a sad day for independent craft brewers, and it's a win for Big Beer.
Fuck, man, they had good beer.
They did. I mean, a couple of years ago, it was really good. And,
Right.
I mean, it's been operated for 3 years by Anheuser-Busch. So,
but they had to do big boss moves.
Yeah. So let's look at Southern Tier Irish Cream Ale. You smelled it.
Really good.
It does. It does. I mean, I don't know the smell I'm getting. I'm gonna imagine it's
sweet. It's sweet.
Yeah, it's a sweetness to it. It almost smells like half and half, or like a creamer, like a coffee creamer. I'm surprised how creamy it's gonna be. It almost like I would. You know how people do like the Coke and ice cream, like the root beer and ice root beer floats.
Pop milk.
Give me, yeah. Actually, I have a buddy. He probably won't watch this, but I have a buddy from work who he does. What did he do? He did like a diet soda or a soda or Dr Pepper or whatever. I don't think it was Dr Pepper. It was some kind of soda, but he put like heavy whipping cream on top of it and mixed it in. I'm like, what are you doing?
That sounds very intriguing.
He's like, it's like a root beer float. I think it was root beer that he did it with. It's like a root beer float, but like, it's heavy whipping cream. It's less sugar. I'm like, what?
Did you try it?
It reminded me of pop. I didn't try it. I'm like, it reminds me of pop milk. I don't really want to do it. Which, I mean, I'm thinking about it. I might have to do it with like an orange soda and heavy whipping cream. That'd probably be really good.
Orange cream's cool.
Yeah. But
try it?
Yeah, I'm ready to go. That's really good. That's really good.
It's really good, ain't it?
I mean, immediately off. I mean, the flavor on the back end is all like coffee creamer.
Yes.
That's you get like the Irish stout flavor in the front. Like you get that bitterness of a stout, the thickness, everything that you want out of a stout, and then that creaminess comes in right at the end. And
tastes like good Irish cream.
No, that's really good. So normally after the episodes, we end up splitting these beers, and I think we're going to be fighting over who drinks the rest of the Southern Tier.
As I top my glass off.
It's all right. I've got a 6-pack of them, so he can drink of it. I'll drink more tonight. This is really good. Like I'm not surprised that like Southern Tier put out another good beer.
They actually just came out with a vanilla ice cream IPA.
Imperial IPA, and that's like a huge like thing right now. The milkshake IPAs, like the vanilla.
I do not like milkshake IPAs.
It's super creamy.
No,
it's delicious.
No.
I think I made one. I did make.
You did make one.
It was good.
It was good. But yeah, so I tried Southern Tier's IP like milkshake IPAs and stuff. Yeah, no.
This is good beer. I would gander to say that I would. Oh man. So I found this at Mark's. If you go to Mark's, don't buy this beer because I'm gonna be going back to buy it. This is a good. It's like I saw that with the it's not the Easy Pass. What's the pre-check TSA? I saw people commenting about pre-check TSA, and they were like, "Don't sign up for it.
Right.
Don't sign up for it because I don't want the lines to be longer."
You're right.
Which is the same thing. I like don't buy this beer because
Right.
I want to buy.
Don't do this. I want this.
This is a good beer. My only issue what's the ABV on it?
5. It's like a 5.
No. It's
5.8.
5.8. Okay, so it's a lower ABV. So it's not even like. I mean, it's not going to be a Bud Light. It's not going to be a 4.5, Pilsner, but it's a lower on the stout spectrum. Like I would drink.
This is like one of those few stouts that you could drink all day. Cool.
Yeah, I would throw 6, 8, 12 is. I'll black out on this beer. This is good.
Yeah, it's good beer. Good beer.
It's not like a stout that's going to sit heavy either. Like it's. I mean, yeah, beers are going to sit heavy regardless, but like you pour it right, it's not going to sit heavy at all.
What you gonna rate it? You're speaking high like.
I know. I
think you dropped the number.
I think this is a 4.5.
Oh, I thought she was gonna drop the big
5.
Yeah, I thought.
You know what? You can convince me to 4.75, but I don't think there's ever been a perfect beer.
That's fair. That's fair.
This is I'll move up. This is a 4.75. This is a really good beer.
I'm with you. This is 4.75.
Like go find this beer. If you're on Untapped, a fun little feature that I just discovered is that you can search beers and say find this beer, and every distributor that has that beer it'll pop up.
Nice.
So I was looking for a lot of Irish stouts, and I couldn't find them anywhere. Like traditional Irish stouts, they weren't anywhere. But find this. I mean, it's good.
Good beer. This is a really good episode, bud.
Mm-hmm. Man, that's good.
Yeah, both 4.75 for the last one.
Yes.
Got to hear our St. Patrick's Day stories.
Absolutely.
If you have any breweries you would like us to try, or just any beers in general you would like us to try, drop it down in the comments below. But besides that, this has been another episode of Beer Talks. He's Mark. I'm Jake. He's Mark. And until next time.
See ya.